You remember Mario and Luigi, right? And you remember how when the punishments came out, we all thought, that seems a little bit harsh. Like everybody, consensus was punishment was way too harsh, and it was more of a punishment of somebody who was attacking a government. It didn't make sense. But wait, I came across the name tonight. His name is Curtis Yarvin. And Curtis Yarvin is a influential figure, blogger to JD Vance and Elon Musk. They have both quoted this individual on multiple occasions. This is Curtis Yarvin. He's anti-democracy and pro-Trump. And he's influencing the next U.S. administration. Okay. But wait, there's more. Curtis Yarvin is hardly a household name in U.S. politics, but the neuroactionary thinker and far-right blogger is emerging as a serious intellectual influence on key figures in Donald Trump's coming administration, in particular over potential threats to U.S. democracy. Yarvin, who considers liberal democracy as a decadent enemy to be dismantled, is intellectually influential on Vice President-elect JD Vance and close several proposed Trump appointees. The aftermath of Trump's election victory has seen actions and rhetoric from Trump and his lieutenants that closely resemble Yarvin's public proposals for taking autocratic power in America. What would those be? I wonder.
So I've reduced this very complicated problem to a simple four-letter acronym, which is RAGE. And RAGE stands for Retire All Government Employees. Very, very simple. Now, the problem with this is, why have you never heard this before? Why has no one ever suggested, let's just get rid of this thing? You have a government in Washington, you're either for it or against it. What is a government? A government is just a corporation which owns the country. Nothing more, nothing less. It so happens that our sovereign corporation is very poorly managed. And there's a very simple way to replace that, which is what we do to all corporations that have failed. We simply delete them. We haven't been able to do that with our government for 200 years. So it's gotten a little bit stale. The other thing about getting rid of your government is you can't just say, well, the limits of the government are the limits of the formal government. You have to say, well, what is the system actually? And it includes a lot of things that are called NGOs, things that are called universities, things that are funded by the state. It's a very, very large system, and it all needs to be destroyed. Fortunately, there's a lot of talented Americans who actually know how to run things and make things work and are generalists. And you can just get these people, put them in a position of responsibility, and have them do their thing. And finally, you need a CEO. And a national CEO is what's called a dictator. It's the same thing. There's no difference between a CEO and a dictator. If Americans want to change their government, they're going to have to get over their dictator phobia.
Suddenly it's all coming together. Why he was charged with acts of heroism, and those would only be used against somebody who is attacking the government is because they knew they planned to put an EO in the president's place. They planned on deleting the role of a president. They planned on deleting the government. They knew AEO was going to take control of the United States, and they needed to make an example. They couldn't be having any copycats trying to take out the new dictator of the United States, now could they?